Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Now, I have not uploaded in quite a while, and that has to do with the fact that I was chilling out with YouTube uploads for a bit, and then right after that I had a school trip to London for 6-ish days, including traveling times. So yeah, this is the first upload in quite a while. In fact, it feels like I haven't spoken into your microphone or uploaded a video in at least a month. Like, it feels very long. And on the 13th of November, I believe, the mining and smithing beta was released, which I did sadly miss. I was very hyped and wanted to make like a video on it the first day it was released, but of course I found out that I was going to be in London at that time. Now in this video I will be covering the basics or main things the beta is going to change. And once released, the mining and smithing rework will actually change mining and smithing quite dramatically, at least what I've seen so far from the beta and from some other videos I've watched, because yeah, I mean, I'm not really up to date, I just got home, so that's why. And I try to stomp as much information in the shortest amount of time possible. So yeah, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and enjoy the video. Now, you will be seeing some AFK footage in the background of me mining. Now, that's one of the biggest changes with the mining and smithing rework. The materials you mine, including the new ones, will be AFKable and don't deplete, which is amazing. Now, there's also a thing called a metal bank where you can store your ores and metal bars, and you can smith from that metal bank, which is located at any furnace in the game. Now, every rock has a HP or hit points value. The amount of damage required to get an ore depends on every swing you do with your pickaxe. Now, rocks also have a hardness level, and a pickaxe has a certain penetration level. Now, if the penetration of your pickaxe is equal or higher than the rock, then you have no damage penalty and you can just keep swinging at the rock. If it's lower, then your pickaxe is too weak and you won't be able to chip away at the rock. This is according to the mining and smithing beta wiki thing page, by the way. Now, there's so many new pickaxes, and you even have upgraded pickaxes with +1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5 for the Elden Ring ones. I'll just leave a link to the wiki page in the description below and you can have a look yourself. There's also a stamina mechanic where when you swing at a rock, 10 stamina is drained, and it refills completely when a rock is clicked, so non-AFK players will have an increase in damage on rocks and therefore an increase in experience per hour compared to players that are AFKing, because they will have empty stamina each time. There's also rocktunities, critical hit chances on rocks, and what's even more interesting is the double ore chance, where depending on your mining level and depending on which core rock you are mining, you have a chance of 0, 5, or 10% to get a double ore, which then maybe in the future could be increasing your money per hour at a certain rock. There are also ore boxes, which are a bankable and tradable inventory item, just like the coal bag, but then for ores, so you can collect more ores without banking that will fit in your inventory for longer AFK mining sessions without banking, which is very nice. Now, you can also increase the capacity of the ore boxes at certain mining levels for certain rocks. As an example, for copper and tin, to have the capacity of the ore box raised from 100 to 120 for those ores, you need a mining level of 7. You can also find geodes when mining, which contain gems or other items, and they are stackable actually, which is nice. And depending on what rocks you're mining, you can also get different types of geodes. I don't know. Now, these sedimentary geodes can be found in free-to-play, which are for the ores from copper all the way up to runite, including luminite, adamantite, mithril, coal, stuff like that. The free-to-play ores can let you find the sedimentary geodes, and you can get gems from those, like I said before. Now, the only geodes that you can get actual items from instead of just gems are the metamorphic ones, which can give you random pieces of dragon equipment, which could be a money-making method, I don't know, gift for the reaper, anima crystals, effigies, corrupted ore, a first age coin, some special bars like the enriched alloy bars, the concentrated alloy bars, which are new ones, by the way. Now, you can also get a random crystal Tusculian fragment. And all of these things are just going to increase your mining profits just that little bit more than before. And so many more updates to other existing ores from the Arc or Seven Stones. The Smelting Gauntlets, which are pretty much the Goldsmith Gauntlets, are changed, and they will make your smithing AFK, which is nice because you can just make 60 bars at a time at a furnace, which is just going to be, nice if you like to AFK, which I personally do. Now, which is also interesting, just like the double ores chance, you also have a double smelting chance. Depending on your smithing level, players can unlock a 10% chance to generate double bars when smelting, which is kind of like a portable forge thingy, but then just, generally. Now, there's also the heat mechanic for smithing, which is pretty much the same as the stamina mechanic for mining, which means when you're smithing and you AFK too hard, you lose heat. And if you're not AFKing and you're clicking on a forge, you get heat, and therefore you get more experience. You're rewarded for not AFKing. Now, the coal bag from Dungeoneering has been reworked into the auto heater, since the ore box pretty much does what the coal bag used to do for any ore, and it automatically keeps your heat up, which consumes coal, and players, according to the wiki, can be expected to use 100 to 300 coal per hour, depending on the smithing level and maximum heat. Now, you can also upgrade equipment. Depending on what tier of bar it's made from, you can upgrade it multiple times. For example, iron you can only upgrade once, making a +1 item, and Elder Rune, for example, or Bane is +4 and +5. The Artisans Workshop is also reinvented as the Smithing Guild, and this is the default location for players to smith together socially. At least that's what Jagex wants with this update, making the skills just more interactive with the community together or as a whole. Honestly, the Artisans Workshop is going to introduce a whole new way of smithing with a respect system and stuff like that. I don't want to go in depth on that just yet because everything is kind of subject to change, at least I believe so. Things might be changed, and it's just way too much information to cover in one single video, and I don't want to make it too long. I just want to, I'll cover all of that once I make my remastered or, improved mining and smithing 1-99 and 120 guide once it's fully released. As for the drop tables from combat monsters, instead of dropping items or ores, you will now get salvage, and you have sizes of salvage from tiny ranging all the way up to huge. Now, this salvage can be alked with the spring cleaning, which will be getting a new option, which is a alk mode and a disassembly mode, which are pretty useful. The alky mode only works on salvage from drops, and they use 1 spring per salvage, when it's alked. And other items like the battle staves, dragon hides, dragonstone jewelry and stuff like that is going to stay at the spring cleaner and in the drop tables, and you can still disassemble those for items that get sent to your bank. Now, metal ores and bars will be removed from the drop tables of monsters and replaced with an item called bottled stone spirits. These are stackable, and if you're mining, you get like double ores. Now, you do not get extra experience for that doubled ore from the stone spirit, and the stone spirits are actually tradable, so you can buy them in bulk once players start collecting them and selling them. Now, there's just so much information to cover, but one I really want to cover as well is the skill cape perks. Now, the mining cape has a +5% chance to double the ore, and whenever a double ore is received, bonus experience equal to the level required to mine that rock is awarded to the player. Some of the quick things which I find interesting are the Magic Golem update change, which gives you a +1 opportunity multiplier, which is nice, I guess. The Juju mining potions gives you a extra chance for stone spirits of any type of ore mined. Now, the scroll of efficiency now gives you a +5% experience on any smithing item that now uses progress. The protein bars pretty much stay the same, the experience rates stay the same, so that's not really that interesting. The rock crushing Scrimshaw now gives you an increased critical hit chance when mining. The gem finding Scrimshaw now gives you an increased chance to find geodes when mining. Mining familiars now give you extra damage when mining rocks. But yeah, the mining and smithing rework will bring so many new things and features into the game and makes mining and smithing very, very diverse. Now, my opinion on the mining and smithing rework is that it's going to be amazing. It's going to make smithing and mining AFK for people that want to AFK, and people that are more efficient are just going to be getting more experience and being rewarded just for their non-AFK-ness. Is that a sentence? Being awarded for being more active in game. I also do believe that Jagex is correct, and this might make mining and smithing just that bit more social, and people are going to interact and chat while doing stuff, and I think this update might attract new players into the game, which will be better for the game as a whole. I do hope this video was informative though, because it was kind of, it might sound rushed. I tried to cover as much information as possible within a short amount of time, and you may notice that I'm speaking quite a bit faster than I usually do. Now, it's also Double Experience Weekend while I'm recording this video, which is, nice. I'm doing some Herbal gains right now, and I'm going to get some thieving gains. If you guys are interested in a Double Experience Weekend guide or 99 guides, if you're new to my channel, I have a bunch of them on my channel, and I'll link them in the description below.
When you're feeling down on your luck, you're tired and stuck, enough is enough. You gotta pick yourself up, cause life gets hard, it might leave scars.